Just want to let you guys know right from the get if you've ever had a. Olé! Welcome, everybody. It's Saturday night's main event. We're back. I don't know if we're better than ever, but we're back. We're here. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Not a very advertised stream. I think people are still getting used to the new time slot. We've bumped up an hour and a half. You know what? Fuck the introductions tonight, boys. We got a wonderful panel here. We got AngelousDraven. We got Pop Cyclops. We got Chris Fisk from the Infinitale Chronicles universe. The Chronicle verse? The Infinitale verse? It's a working title. We're working on it.
Infiniverse.
Folks. Infiniverse. I like that one. Shortens it down. For our short attention.
Squirrel.
I'm listening to see if somebody's coming down the stairs. Methinks he is. Yep, I hear him. He's got a dog and a cat with him too. And Brutal Morningwood's here. And Trey's getting ready to bust in the office with a whole rat pack full of rugrat animals and shit. I tried to get a pug today. The wife wouldn't let me.
Oh, no Otis for you.
Yep. She's like, this is what, after the last dog, you can go fuck yourself.
That's it.
No.
She was too. She's like, yeah, you picked the last one, you fucking idiot. I don't think so. Oh, sorry, Trey.
You get shot for that. Get your necklace out of the way.
Get your necklace out of the way. Says, hang on.
Oh, man.
This is a preparatory for.
Oh, my God.
Heartstopper.
The obligatory chest chops.
One more just
Don't
for
go into the light, Caroline.
What the?
Get your chain out of the way.
No, you got to work around the chain, you little monster. Go ahead.
Hit him.
Oh.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Etep says, you make my heart skip a beat. No, literally. You're making my heart.
I feel like I got double vaccinated and boosted.
Oh, jeez.
No, literally. You just stopped my heart. No.
Yeah, right. Here, move over here. Say hi. What? Okay, stop.
I'm gonna chop you.
No, you're not going to chop me
Chop
again.
me.
Say hi or you can leave.
Hi.
Hey.
We just started the show. Nobody wants to see a beating already.
Oh, we love when you're getting beaten.
There goes Draven Wheat now. And then there were
We
four.
seem to have lost connection.
But, so, Trey won at Yahtzee today.
Yeah, I beat him.
Yeah.
Well, he
Awesome.
just wants
Yeah.
I
you to
beat my
bleed,
daddy and my mommy.
and
Yep,
your
we
mom.
both. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And,
Yeah,
and before that, I was like, I'm gonna whoop you two.
He did, too. He called his shot like Babe Ruth. I swear to Jeebus.
Awesome.
That's it.
And then
Double yachts.
We're like, he's winning, and I'm just sitting there.
So.
Like, is it time to stream yet?
I created a monster. Nobody wants to see Marshall
Do
no
the
more.
one after the lightning.
Which one? This one?
Yes.
This one right here?
That's just a car.
That's just a car.
Do the lightning one.
I'm not doing a lightning one.
Yes, do the lightning one.
Okay, stop.
Do
Hey,
it.
Drew Beaumont, hail. What's going on? Welcome.
Hey.
Welcome.
You
Good to see
see,
you.
you see why poor Etep, he's being manhandled by an 8-year-old.
Well, it's not like he's 105 pounds. He's just a little bit under less than half my body weight. Like, I'm 215. He's 105. I'm like, I gotta bulk up by about 30 pounds to keep pace with him.
That's it.
If I eat more, I get more.
You better start working out, champ.
You haven't been either.
Hey!
You haven't been. We started for like
Oh.
a couple days.
Mr.
Okay,
Fatty
yeah.
over here.
Oh.
Oh shit! That's
Oof,
great. Oh,
oof,
my
oof,
God.
oof, ow, oof, ow, ooh. Right, like you hear.
He's fat tap.
Can I tell them?
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Later.
Oh, my
Oh.
God.
All right. I'll see you.
He's good.
Go ahead.
You get to
We're
hit him
playing
one more time.
Mario Kart after this, and guess what? I guess I'm gonna whoop you guys also.
I
No,
hope
we'll-
Vinny shows
we'll see
up
about
again so he can take Vinny. Hey, Vinny, what place are you in? What place are you in, Vinny? Boom! Not anymore. All right, buddy. See you in a little
Wait,
bit.
can I do the kazoo?
No.
Don't let me do the kazoo.
No. Get out. Love you.
See you, Daddy.
Love you. You're fired. Okay, go. Go. I love you. Go upstairs and harass Mom for a while.
No, I'm gonna go back up and watch my YouTube at my tablet.
That's fine. Whatever.
Dad, me
Don't be watching the stream, you little bigot. He doesn't know what that word.
I'm gonna go up there and watch. Look up
Can I mute him?
YouTube.
Turn that earbud off.
To be fair, he is a little more entertaining than you right now.
Oh, that's why.
Damn! Bye, Draven.
Yeah, and that was it. For
A vampire was killed today in a raid on an Echo Park home.
So,
Oh my God! So yeah, that just happened. You know, I mean, Trey's just like, look, I'm just gonna take. All right, he's already gonna take over the channel in a couple of years. I'm fine with that. I can just sit back behind the scenes like Tony.
Yeah.
Tony, we know you're. Tony popped in twice before the show started, and he's like, you know what? I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm done.
he's not affiliated. He's not affiliated.
Yeah,
Tony
we're
Tone
talking
Dev
about
is no longer affiliated. Yes.
Yep. He heard my statement at the beginning of the stream. He's like, I'm out of here. Yeah, and this episode is titled, insert catchy title here. We are now, this is the Orange Cassidy of episodes, folks. And by that, I don't mean never mind. We're on YouTube. I can't say that. What I can say though is is that, boys, so California, we already know they don't punish the future doctors for shoplifting. What?
Lawbreakers.
Lawbreakers, yeah. Lawbreakers. Future doctors, lawyers, scientists, astrophysicists. So, SoCal smash and grab. Thieves steal 23 Rolex watches in 20 seconds in broad daylight. We got a video, boys. We're going to watch it. We're going to see if we... Oh, it's already on YouTube, so we don't care. We're going to watch it.
Smash and grab thieves steal thousands of dollars in high-end watches from a jewelry store. This is Newport Beach. The smash and grab robbery happened last Friday at Jewelers on Time. That was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
This guy was already inside holding the door without a
mask.
like
a man inside the store appeared to hold a security gate open for 3 thieves. They rushed in the front door. The store owners say the thieves made off with about $260,000 worth of watches in that heist.
Two Rancho.
Yes, you need a Kyle Rittenhouse to take care of your problem.
I'm getting sick of this stuff, dude. After what I saw the other day, what happened in Huntington Beach there, with the future doctors that like drove over a bicyclist.
Yes, dude, they were hitting cars and running over cyclists.
Yeah, they killed that guy, by the way.
I saw the video. I was like, "There's no way that guy survived that."
I'm done. Like, I mean, I understand the powers that be want to stoke a what do they call it in the far right, the RAHOWA, the racial holy war. But
I think so.
Seriously, guys, like. This is past the point of absurd.
Well, the sad thing is, it's been happening in California for so long. If it wasn't these guys, it's the illegal aliens that they keep deporting time to time again that have broken the law and ran people over.
Tone said that was in Vegas, not Huntington.
Yeah, they said it was in Vegas, but like other people were replying that it was in Huntington Beach. I don't care where it was, but I'm getting real tired of future doctor. Like anywhere there's a blue. Like all of our cities are ruins now. They're all run by like Mad Max-esque like gangs of these like what the Democrats call them, super predators. Like
yeah,
I'm getting sick of it, man. I'm sure a lot of people are. I'm sure black people are too, man. Like you're just trying to do your job, go to work, and boom, business burns down, or boom, I got ran off the road or shot.
Let's see.
We're living in RoboCop world. Like it's
it's deliberately created by a certain anybody with a D at the end of their name.
Well, we got so we got
Kami.
I got two depressing stories here that we can.
Oh no!
Wow. So before we get on to the fun stuff, we could go with a armed man who tried to enter a RFK event. Identified as 44-year-old Adrian Paul Espuro, and apparently he tried to enter it with an AK-47, I think it was.
Yeah, impersonating a law enforcement officer.
Yeah, U.S. Marshal, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then we've got a 1-year-old baby dying from suspected opioid exposure at a New York City daycare center.
Wow.
Imagine that.
You wonder, I had Trey was in a daycare center, right? For a while. Well, the first one he was in, it was a center, right? And once we got a look at all the kids and the parents there and saw how many of them were subsidized, I pulled him the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
And I put him in a private one. In-home with a woman that I vetted, ran a background, only 12 kids, and the other girl that worked there Erica and her became really good friends. And her and her fiance and their daughter hung out at our house and stuff. So he was in much better hands there. But when he was an infant, I'll say this, they had 24-hour surveillance cameras. You could watch your kid anytime they were there, right? The two dumb bitches that worked in the infant care center would be on their phones walking around. Now, when you're like a couple-month-old baby, you can't hold your own bottle. You need to be fed, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Support the baby's neck.
They laid my son on the floor with his bottle and let him lay there. And then stepped over him and the other kids on their phones.
Wow.
So the next day, we were done. Pulling the fuck out of there. Nope. And then the lady acted like a bitch to me. We were one of the only, out of like 30-some families, we were one of the only families that would walk in with a $750 check every month and be like, here you go, you can cash this right the fuck now. Mm-hmm. And this is I'm like, no, fuck this. Fuck, $700, that's a mortgage. That's a mortgage payment. Like, you're fucking kidding me.
That's a full tank of gas today.
So yeah, we took him to the private one until I started staying home with him, you know.
Yeah.
But these fucking daycares, dude, you have to be careful. And this is what I was saying. Be vigilant about who is around your fucking children. Mm-hmm. Be vigilant about that. Mm-hmm. Because you get retards like this, you know, oh, well, and the owner's daughter was one of the fucking dumb cunts in the fucking infant room. So it's obvious that she's like, I can just get away with anything these. It's like, no, you stupid twat. You are. It says, nope, that was Vegas. But yeah, so let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this guy right here. All right, so
Loser
this is him. Yeah. Armed man wearing a U.S. Marshal's badge, carrying federal ID, claimed to be part of the security detail for Democrat presidential candidate RFK Jr. was arrested as an appearance in Los Angeles by Kennedy. No shots were fired. $35,000 bail. Jesus Christ, dude. I'm shocked. Because a lot of federal agents will have those.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know, that aren't working fucking deep cover. Let's see. I'm very grateful to feds and protectors.
Even a legal citizen.
Twitter. Yeah,
that would be the kicker.
That's my question. Yeah.
Well, when you said his name initially before you added the Iceburro, I was like, the guy from the Highlander? Like, damn,
I know,
man.
Right? Like, the fuck
there could be only one
Highlander's name.
It's supposed to be a sword.
Adrian Paul, yeah, that is. That's the fucking Highlander on the TV show, right?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah,
Adrian Paul.
The TV show.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've met him.
My question is, how hard is it to leave like an AK-47 home or whatever this guy?
No shit. What, you gonna sneak it in your pants, Brutal?
How hard is it to just like say, you know what, I'm not gonna need this today, you know?
Well, not only that, but like anybody that is you know, using guns this stupidly has no idea about the merits of explosives. Like, if he's honestly trying, like, I think this is just a big theatrics.
I'm assuming he's white Hispanic.
Yeah,
he's like George Zimmerman.
White.
He's like Zimmerman. He's a Caucasian Hispanic. Yeah, this is well, of course, you know, RFK, he's gonna challenge Biden, which I laughed. The Democrats were like, no, we're not even having primaries. We don't need to. Biden's our guy. Biden's our guy.
Yeah, that's
okay.
And yeah, when has that ever happened in your lifetime?
Never. That's never happened.
There's some weird shenanigans going on.
What up, CJ? Welcome, bro.
How did I just completely lost track of time? I was working on a track and
it's fine. It's fine.
I'm gonna do everything by fucking hand because I can't get a fucking accurate MIDI.
Oh no.
We're you know, we adjusted the start time by like roughly an hour and 15 minutes, so it'll take a couple for us to get used to it. It's all good. No worries. No worries. So yeah, that's the fun news to start the show out. Should I show the screenshot of my death threat I got today?
I think you should. I think it's
Let me show that. Let me show this. This was fun. This is from a very, I will say this right here, a very well-adjusted individual who is clearly a woman, 100%, right?
Like Nyla Rose.
This is right here. This is what I got in my message requests on Facebook today after memeing this motherfucker into oblivion.
I'm assuming there's a whole lot of projection going on here.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So I reported it as a threat of violence, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Are they the protected class though that doesn't get any trouble?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Future doctor.
Sure. Yeah, you know the mentally the clearly mentally sane people who are guys who think they're gonna somehow magically change into an anime girl.
Yeah,
I better be careful. I better be careful. Candace Owens just got kicked off of YouTube again.
Oh no!
Did she really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Candace Owens got yeeted off of YouTube. I don't know if it's permanently or not, but we can look at that. I'm not the biggest Candace Owens fan because, you know, the whole Daily Wire thing. You know, I'm not a Daily Wire fan, but yeah. Let's see. Candace Owens YouTube suspension.
Are we really surprised anymore?
No. Daily Mail right here, of course. And you guys guess right now if you don't already know why she got kicked off of YouTube again. Go ahead and guess.
Something about the Troonies?
Yep. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Here we go right here. This is the Daily Mail. Yeah. Hate speech, of course, against the Alphabet Mafia. Yeah, this prohibits content. Now, I occasionally watch some Candace Owens videos, though. I do, because I want to know what these people are saying. I do. I want to keep up on it. I want to know what they're saying. And I've never once heard Candace Owens say anything outright hateful. Never. I can say that, you know. So this is purely political. You know, that's what it is. The entire network's YouTube channel could be in jeopardy if she appeared on camera there. They will be moving the live stream to paywall Daily Wire Plus website instead. Noel's claiming YouTube, you see, hates us. He's not wrong. I mean, you would think YouTube would promote she's a woman of color.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
No, but she's the wrong dude. She escaped the plantation. That is worse than the straight white male. Like, damn you! How dare you speak up? You know.
Mm-hmm.
We know what's best. The white liberal. We know what's best for you.
Yep.
Fucking ungrateful fucker. That's basically the way they look at people like Candace Owens, who, as you said, they step off that mental plantation. Hail, Hicks villain! What's going on? Welcome, sir. Welcome. Good to see you.
Did you ever see that photo of Candace and I think it was her boyfriend at the time being chased out of a restaurant by a bunch of middle-aged white guys screaming at her, and it said white supremacist woman flees backlash from BLM. Yep. Like, don't believe your lying eyes, people.
Right. Yeah, she is the epitome of white supremacy. Her and Larry Elder, right?
A black woman shouted out by white men is a white supremacist being facing backlash from BLM.
Can you imagine if that was a bunch of white guys yelling at like Jamel Hill?
Yeah.
I mean, it would be over. It would be over. They would be arrested. They would be arrested for a hate crime, even if they didn't touch her. You know. Okay. Tony says it was Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk back when she was with Turning Point USA. I want to say that was in Philadelphia or something like that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But
actually, it was too light for Philly.
City of brotherly love, my ass.
Well, they threw snowballs at Santa Claus during an Eagles game. I mean, you know,
they're the only stadium that I know that has their own prison built into the stadium.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, that's worse than Oakland, man. You know you're doing something wrong.
Oakland. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, to be a Raiders fan, but I ain't going to a game. I've seen what happens at that fucking stadium. Fucking half the fucking Raiders fans are MS-13 members. Shit. Fuck, man.
La raza.
How long you been a Raiders fan? Shit, Holmes, since I've been in the country.
You went
How
the
long
wrong
you been in the
way,
country?
gringo.
About 15 minutes, they say. I just came across the Rio Grande. I'll put that one in the private chat. That was a little too spicy for YouTube. That would, yeah. I stopped myself. I was like, "Oh no, you're not even that high or drunk yet. Don't. Say that for Mario Kart off air."
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Hold. Let's see.
It's not even 8:30, so you gotta hold it a little longer.
I gotta try. I say that to my bladder sometimes. My bladder's like, "Fuck you."
Don't tell me what I can't do.
We had remember the last Wednesday night show we had Florida Woman was the main event, right? Well, folks, we can be inclusive tonight too, because I think we should go down to Florida. I think it's time for a little holy shit news tonight on a Saturday, folks. Florida Woman. Since we're all full of fucking great news tonight and just wonderful stories. Here we go. Here's another one right here. We ready? This is from Manliness and Motivation. Oh. Florida woman arrested after leaving son in hotel room with dead man following a menage a trois with 2 men.
Damn.
Jesus.
She fucked one of their brains up, left them for dead. It's like, yep, here's your kid.
Now, Cletus, you stay right here. Mama will be right back. I'm just going to go run down to the store.
What the fuck?
Oh, reading it out loud, it sounds more ridiculous. It really does.
That's someone who shouldn't get a forced hysterectomy. She should never be allowed to have kids.
Yeah.
Well, when I was in college and we were doing, like, when I was in, one of my criminal justice classes, we were talking about, it was inmate care, medical care. Do you guys remember the lawsuit? Chris, you lived in California for a while. Do you remember the lawsuit out there against the California, I don't know if it's the California Bureau of Prisons, but they, I think it was Sybil Brand prison out there, forced sterilization on like over 150 female inmates over the course of like a couple of years.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't recall that, but okay.
Yeah,
sure.
That happened. This is, mind you, I've been out of college for like 12 years. So this was a while ago. But I mean, still, it's like, is that really a bad thing?
No,
I mean,
dude, there are signs in parks across California that say, "Do not feed the ducks, do not feed the birds, because you will destroy the ecological balance, and they will become dependent on you for food." Okay, reproduction should not be a right; it should be a responsibility.
Yes.
If you're like, honestly, like, I'm fine with people shitting out whatever kids they want and letting them die and all that stuff, but don't make me pay for them. Like, it's one or the other. You either say, sure, your reproduction is a right, and shit out all the population you want, and the odds are most of them aren't going to survive infancy because you're fucking terrible, whatever, fine. The other side of that is, I'm the customer here. I'm the one paying for your kids. I get a say in it, and I don't think you should reproduce because your kid is going to be a societal burden, or you're going to kill your poor kid. Like, I know that sounds very fascist or whatever, but like, honestly, we're at a point now where it's one or the other, people. Like, you can't make us forced to buy something and then suffer the consequences of letting people who shouldn't reproduce like spawn, like having litters of bastards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see it a lot, and it's like these fucking people, I'm gonna have fucking 7 kids, and it's like every one of they're all on assistance, they're all on SSI, all this bullshit. fucking bridge card. And then the bitches are going and getting fucking tattoos and going to Florida and all this shit. And it's like, you fucking cocksuckers. Like, I can't take vacations like that. Nope. And, we both work. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
But
we're paying for that. That's taxpayer subsidies at work right there.
Well, we work for this thing, so you don't have to. You don't have to be responsible for your kids and feed them. Oh, no, don't worry about it. And again, if you're convicted of a certain crime, I would be fine with them neutering you if you're doing that kind of a crime. Well, you know?
Well, do you guys remember that woman who had like 8 kids and she was like facing homelessness or whatever? And she's like holding a baby. She's pregnant and she's got like all these little rugrats running around. And she's like, who's going to pay for my kids?
Yeah. You fucking heifer.
Yeah. Well, if you're on assistance, I'm sorry. There's just certain things that should and shouldn't be. Like if you've got EBT, you should be buying store brand stuff because you get more of it than name brand. It's not about being a dick. I'm just saying you should be buying the people that.
They're the ones that have carts full of fucking pop and chips and all of that nasty shit.
Well, not only that, but if you're on assistance, dude, if you're on assistance and you reproduce, you should be arrested for defrauding the American taxpayer.
Yeah, because why are you doing that? If you can't afford the ones you have.
Because Lyndon Baines Johnson is a fucking asshole and screwed all of us.
Yep. Yeah.
Got it. And it's such a... Oh, sorry.
No, we get women like Amy Kemper.
Yeah. This is disgusting. Like, we are paying for this thing. This woman murdered her kid. This is her.
That looks like a guy.
That looks like Macaulay Culkin.
It does. Yeah, it does. The real Macaulay Culkin.
He goes, he slaps his face. Ah!
Good Lord, you're not supposed to try to recreate Home Alone.
Was Marv and the Wet Bandits, were those the two guys in the Menage a Trois?
Yeah, Harry and Marv.
Homely Alone.
The dead guy is an electrocuted skeleton of the guy that narrated the what the hell was that show with Fred Savage there?
Wonder Years?
Yeah.
So here we've got Amy Kemper, 32, admitted to authorities last week. She used drugs and had a menage a trois in a room at the Hammock Beach Resort in Palm Coast, Florida, before she decided to leave her son there with the 60-year-old man, while she left with the other man overnight September 9th. Flagler County Sheriff's Office said in a release. She told deputies she thought the man was snoring strangely. When they returned, they found him unresponsive.
Well, you know something, brother. Some may say that I'm ripping off Tommy's style of intro, but I tell those people, don't get hung up on the metaphor. I could do this whole thing over again with soup.
What the hell?
What? What up, Tony?
I'm now thoroughly confused. Thanks, Tony.
Yeah.
What up?
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Courtney Hale.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, Courtney, dog. How you doing?
Hicksville babysitting at Bernie's. Yeah. She left it with Bernie fucking Lomax. So, yeah, deputies allegedly found
babysitter's dead.
Right.
It's literally that movie.
This is the sequel. Hey, what? Except for like when the mom saw Dick in the movie, she wasn't like, "I'm right on top of that, Rose."
Dishes are done, man.
Right on top of that.
It's 2023. She needed the protein.
Oh,
the dishes are done, man. And that was funny because that. Courtney answered you back.
The
Tony.
dishes are done.
How you doing? That was the kid from Adventures in Babysitting.
Mm-hmm.
He was the brother in that, and then he was. It's funny. I remember seeing that, and then seeing Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead's a fantastic movie. It truly is. That is a fantastic
classic
movie.
Christine Applegate.
I missed part of this. Is this Johnny Lawrence? Like, who the fuck is it? Ken from Street Fighter?
It's Macaulay Culkin.
Holy shit! Last I saw, he looked good again. Like, he looked healthy again and didn't look like.
Back on the sauce, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
This is what he looked like in the season of American Horror Story he was in when he played a male prostitute. It was all like strung out on smack.
This is what happens when you get your smack from Meth Gator.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah.
Shout out to Angus.
Oh, so a woman thought it was okay to bring her child to a resort in the middle of the night so she could engage in narcotic use and sexual activities. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley said in a statement, unfortunately, her son was stuck alone in a room with a deceased male for several hours until she came back.
So he was home alone?
Yeah.
I mean, is he technically alone? There's a dead body there. I mean, it's technically somebody.
This sounds like the beginning of Dexter.
So that's Amy Kemper. That's our Florida woman.
Dude, that's
right there. Oof.
God, I hate that.
Oof. The kids in custody of the Florida Department of Child Services.
Yeah,
now.
we're paying for it. Yep.
I truly hope. I truly hope that child never goes back to his mother, but he has somebody to go to and care for him and love him, because that is the biggest crime here, is the fucking wrongs against that child. Now he's traumatized. This poor.
Oh, yeah.
I teach 11-year-olds, man. That is it's still, they're developing. I mean, a mother has fucking literally I'm just gonna stop right here.
They literally call it the formative years for yeah. That kid never had a chance. That kid's gonna be robbing bodegas.
I'm more amazed she came back. I mean, I get it. She didn't know the dude was dead. Let's get really, like, she didn't know the dude died. You know, she left the kid, came back, he was dead. And again, it's not a good situation, but she at least came back and didn't just leave the kid with a dead guy.
Well, she didn't know the guy was dead.
Credit.
She didn't know he was dead.
She left him with a 6-year-old guy irresponsibly because she just wants to dump her burdens on other people. It's your typical irresponsible woman, and she just threw the kid on this guy, and the guy died. What happened? Why did you rely on a freaking 6-year-old guy that was snoring weirdly?
Because that was her pimp, Chris.
Yeah, it was probably her dad, actually.
Yeah. Courtney says, I've never seen Dexter, but my high school friend is in that show. That's fucking awesome.
No, I was just writing, number one, yeah, that's awesome, but I have a former coworker who I'm about 90% sure is a crisis actor.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dexter's better.
Oh, my God.
I'm saying Dexter's better, not comparing.
Oof. Oh, goodness.
Crisis actors are only cool if, I'm in charge of everything.
Right? I taught fifth grade in middle school for a bit. The kids are tough then. See, I teach at a private school. I have pre-K through 8th grade. And honestly, I have a more difficult time with the pre-K and the kindergartners. That's like herding cats, trying to get them to do anything organized at that age. Let alone, he pushed me, he poked me. Get your finger out of your nose. Get that out of your mouth. What are you doing? That's basically how I spend my half hour of PE with them.
Oh,
they're fine though. When I do get them on track and they start playing games, they're fucking amazing. You know what I mean? Like they're fun. I go in there just to volunteer when I'm not teaching, and it's great. Like it is. It's truly a great environment. The school is wonderful. Do we have to wear fake boobs at a private school now? No, surprisingly not. They didn't even ask me to put a wig on. Wait, so Josh Cook is his name. He played, let me check. Okay. Let me check. That's an odd name for a character. I was public forever. My last job was at private, and it was pre-K. Yeah, private schools and to public school is, I've never had to teach at a public school. They've asked me if I was interested, and I soundly rejected that.
It's sad, too, because all I did was go to public school.
Same.
But then when I was working security, they were building a private school here in Las Vegas, and I was walking around it, dude. I'd be like the only person on property over the weekend. And I mean, this was like a school you'd see in a movie. It was like, I didn't know schools actually existed that looked like this. Like, It was, man, I feel robbed.
Oh, dude, I went to a public school. You know, I could have went to the private school that my son goes to, but my dad would not allow my mom to put me in there because he went to a private school for a week and got kicked out. And he was like, I'm not going to put him through that. And see, the thing is, it only goes through 8th grade. So I have to find another private school for Trey to go to for high school because I refused to send him to this high school here because no. No, I wouldn't. No. Luckily, I wasn't one of the kids around here that was like willing to settle for like basic mediocrity, which is what they teach at this school, is just mediocrity. And I wanted more than that. And, you know, wait, let's see. Okay, Josh played Lewis Green, the intern in Dexter. All right, I'll look that up. Hang on a second.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
Back in the 90s when I was in high school, like you could see the rot of the Democrat policies starting to ooze in. Because like I was in Cow Hampshire, and just to our south was Massachusetts, and like the allure of the ghetto gangster crap that like the 90s movies, you know, popularized, it like lured otherwise good kids into drugs and violence and stupid shit. And it was like we had the city called Lowell and another one called Lawrence that were like right near us, and they were just shitholes. Like it was just garbage, like crimes, gangs, you name it. So almost all of the incidents that we had were a result of kids from those areas coming into our school across state lines.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we had fights. Like there was this one chick, dude. She was smoking hot, dude. She was kind of like a high school version of Punky Brewster, and tough chick. And out of nowhere, this chick from like Lowell or Lawrence High School came into our high school and like tried to kick her ass, and she got fucked up.
Courtney knows where Lowell is.
Oh God, yeah, city of. Yeah.
She said she taught in Massachusetts years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, here's
shits. What?
Yeah.
She was in what was it? Taunton. Is it Taunton?
Yeah, Taunton, Mass. Yeah.
It's a tauntaun.
Labble, labble, labble. And I thought the town smelled bad on the outside.
Massachusetts jackass for my high school.
Dodge City.
Our high school. It's okay. There was like 800 to 850 students when I graduated. There's 250 now.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
My high school was Breakfast Club.
Oh shit.
Here's Courtney's friend.
Oh cool.
This is Lewis Green. Oh, here's right here with Dexter. Look at
that's his final scene.
He was in 11 episodes. That's fucking dope, man. That's awesome. I've never seen Dexter.
Oh, it's great.
That's my mom loved that show.
The ending is a little, and then the series kind of like the new series kind of like, yeah. The newest series was good until like the end.
Didn't I'm trying to think of the guy's name. He played a serial killer. Was it John Lithgow?
John Lithgow.
Yeah, he was in it. Dude, that
Clancy
guy's awesome.
Clancy Brown is the killer in the revival.
Clancy Brown is such an underrated actor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that man's fucking awesome.
You mean Mr.
Courtney
Krabs?
says he dated her best friend in high school. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
She hasn't seen it either. What's up, Vin?
I came in with you guys saying that guy's fucking awesome. Thank you.
Oh,
How's it hanging? What's going on?
Oh shit.
Hey, he comes in. Look at that. He comes in and we get a $5 super chat from Scotsman. All right. Thank you, brother. 5 ducats. Wait. Hang on. Let me do it right. 5 ducats to support the madness. Keep that cream rising to the top. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Scotsman TV, for your $5 super chat to fill up the coffers here, because we got to support the madness, because, oh, yeah, you got to support it. The cream always rises. And Hulk Hogan, I'm coming for you. I'm back from the dead. I don't know. Now I won't be able to talk for 2 days.
Hogan's got a foot in the grave already, so they'll meet in the middle.
For a $5 super chat. Boys, fuck it. Let's release the Loja, shall we?
Yes.
Do it.
Scotsman
Peace,
TV.
Loja.
For your $5 super chat. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Who would you believe?
Robert Loja?
Calcium.
Will beat you like a Cherokee drum.
3, 2, 1, 3.
Try some new Minute Maid orange tangerine. It's got calcium.
Then I'm not drinking it.
Oh, no, it's sweet. You'll like it.
I don't believe you.
Well, then who would you believe?
I don't know, Robert Loja? Whoa, Robert Loja!
Billy, your mother's right. New Minute Maid orange tangerine tastes great. It's got as much calcium as milk.
If you say so, Mr. Loja.
Yeah.
This is great.
Enjoy your breakfast.
You should have went full Sopranos on the job.
Yeah.
Try some new Minute Maid orange
And I
tangerine.
beg your Molly.
Billy, your mother's right.
Do not go gentle into that good night.
Then I'm not drinking it. This is great. If you say so. Darn it, wait!
Yeah, anybody that can read body language saw that Billy's mom smiled at the appearance of Robert Loja, whereas the dad looked incredibly uncomfortable and out of confused. That says he's banging her.
I was
Poor dad was like, I paid how much for that suit, Robert Loja? What's up?
Tony mentioned it, and I was, as he said it, I was like, "Yup, Feach Lamana." He goes, he comes in like, what was it? The landscaper he beat the shit out of? Or was
Yeah, he should have broken the dad's arm. Like, this is my fucking family now.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my feet up on your fucking coffee table, you little fucking bitch.
I'll trade
What
you
up, Toll
calcium for protein, Billy's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
You ever seen
yeah.
that Vitamin D.
Back from the grave to play some retro games with Etep. Like Hogan's career, it's over, baby. Oh yeah. Yeah, Tollbat is hooking me up, man. With a fucking dope ass setup for the my NES Classic. Yes, it was worth it. Thank you, Scotsman. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. And it's done.
Does Scotsman know the tragedy of the Challenger?
I don't know, but we can. Scotsman, have you ever seen the tragedy of the Challenger?
Joys
have you ever
of
seen that?
Like the Challenger shuttle that blew up. Like we put it in slow motion. And we found new evidence here.
We know who was behind it now. It took us how many years?
A snuff film.
Let's go to the videotape.
It took us 40 years to find this.
Almost. Yeah, roll that beautiful beam footage.
Engines throttling up, 3 engines now at 104%.
Challenger, go at throttle up.
Challenger, go at throttle up. 1 minute 15 seconds. Feet per second, altitude 9 nautical.
That son of a bitch.
Yeah.
See?
I bet you didn't know he was there for the JFK assassination as well.
You best.
It was Loja. I knew it all along. It was fucking Loja. It was Feach Lamar.
He wasn't there, but he wasn't responsible directly. But let's just say he had a magic bullet theory as well.
It went through Billy's mom.
Look at where did Krista McCullough spend her vacation? All over Florida.
Ooh.
Why didn't Helen Keller shower on the boat? She'd rather wash up on shore. That's old, dude. I was telling that before I even knew who Helen Keller was. Or not. Natalie Wood. God damn it. Time Prophet distracted me. God damn it. God, I'll see you guys.
He's high tonight. That's all.
Tony's like, oh God damn it.
Shay.
He butchered the joke, and then he didn't want to show his face ever again.
I was gonna say, wait, Helen Keller. Helen Keller. I'm like, that doesn't seem right.
No.
I mean, that bitch was never on a boat, was she?
Tony needs to delete his social media like Grady now, out of humiliation.
What does NASA stand for? Need another 7 astronauts.
Dude, in my school, because I'm from New Hampshire, so the that whole that was a big deal because Chris McAuliffe was from Concord. Teacher in space, every school was all hooked up with that shit, so we got a front row and center of that snuff film. And she basically, I admire the patience of the teachers in my school because that was second grade or whatever. These little shits already had jokes like this before lunchtime, dude. So like you're walking, it's all somber. The teacher have tears. There's like teachers that went home because they were traumatized, and there's like little 8-year-olds going, hey, what's Krista McCall's favorite drink? 7-Up.
Oh my god!
What's her favorite candy?
Pretty witty 7-year-old.
Yeah, did you know she had 2 blue eyes, 1 blue left and 1 blue right?
Yeah.
Shit like that. Yeah, Chris, I remember that.
Yeah, and I'm like, how these teachers didn't kick the shit out of these kids.
Savage little shits.
Dude, trust me, some of the shit that comes out of these kids' mouths, you would be fucking surprised. Like it is. We were all that age, obviously. I mean, we know. I was a mouthy little shit.
My dad used to drive bus for 4 and 5-year-olds, and the words coming out of their mouths. Yeah,
I had to set one of my kindergartners aside the other day. We were playing a game, and he said something to one of the other little kids who didn't do very good on his turn, and he goes, "You suck." I'm like, "Hey, man." I'm like, No. I said, "You're come here." Made him go sit over the side. Then his teacher came in, and she goes, "Why is so and so sitting over here?" And I said, "Well, I got one. The only one I will mention his name. Let me put it to you. I just call him the King of the Hill because of his first name." He's running around, and I was like, "Oh, run, boy, like you're playing for Arlen High School." And one of the teacher's assistants has to sit in with the class to help monitor. They have to always be around the kids. And she graduated like a year ahead of me, and I just saw her go. I was like, okay, at least, you got the joke. Because I wasn't even really, it wasn't meant for anybody except for me. I was just saying it out loud because I want to do a King of the Hill impression.
Yeah.
They like it when I do impressions.
That's great.
Yeah.
My bad, Vinny.
No, I was just going to say, it was confirmed by a relative of mine as well, who used to be a bus driver. And let's just say the school she was driving for, they were future doctors and lawyers of America.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and how they would greet her every day was they'd say "fuck you" followed by her name. That's how they would greet her.
Oh, this goes back to what we were saying earlier about reproduction.
Yeah.
Well, I remember I was going to mention that I was 4 when the Challenger blew up, so as long as my graham crackers and apple juice wasn't on the shuttle, I was good. I didn't comprehend what was happening, but dude, I remember the OJ verdict, the day the OJ verdict came in, and all of the good boys who didn't do nothing, they were all, if he's guilty, we gotta riot. If he's guilty, I was in like 7th grade, and they were talking about rioting all over the school and
I was
tearing shit up.
11th grade when that hit.
Yeah. In fact, here's one of them right here. What up, St. Floyd?
You know it's good for retro gaming fun? Sandal, baby, yeah.
Hey, baby.
What the fuck is going on with my mouth?
I can't breathe. Like, what kind of class of people?
I can't breathe.
Like, how is that like even an acceptable thing? If we don't get our way, or something in the media that happens that we don't like, we're going to inflict violence on other people.
Because, no offense, Courtney, it's a woman's world. It's a white woman's world, and just like women, I'm sorry, women shouldn't be judges because there's a track record now of them feeling sympathy for the victim and giving lighter sentences and shit. Like, you can't do that. Like, men are better at like survival and protection, and women are better at nurturing, and that gets in the way when it comes to shit like this. Like, you can't nurture a fucking savage who wants to tear your head off. I'm sorry, but
it also comes down to accountability. And like that Jack Nicholson line, you write women so well. How do you do it?
Hey, man, they're all about to get what they fucking deserve. They voted for this shit. You wanted sanctuary cities? Enjoy all the mayhem.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
about to be happening.
I can't breathe with all this pressure on top of me, baby.
Like I always mention with OJ in particular, what's important is after they found him not guilty, They ran out right away and found the person who was nearly decapitating white women and Jewish men. Like, so that at least they're not running around LA free anymore. So thank God.
No. Well, what happened, well, oddly enough, that person that was decapitating the white women and Jewish men oddly got arrested for stealing or robbing these two sports memorabilia collectors in a Las Vegas hotel room, Tone.
Yep. Yeah. If the
allegedly,
glove don't fit,
if the glove doesn't fit, shit.
Well, he wrote a book.
Yeah, I didn't do it, but if I did,
that was a Chappelle joke.
Yeah.
I didn't do it, but if I did.
Yeah, Courtney says we're too sensitive. We are. Absolutely.
Well,
that's the problem. She says I'm not a feminist by any means. Well, that means you're a forward-thinking individual who doesn't, fall in with the hive mind. Absolutely, Courtney. Fucking, I'll drink to that.
Courtney's OG.
Yeah,
please
I like
be
Courtney.
careful with
I like
me.
I've known Courtney
She's
a
always
long
been
time.
cool.
And
She's
OG
been a channel member. She's been here. She's always in the chat. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. I'm glad. Always happy to see people that have been around.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what.
Yeah.
Did the guy did the guy decapitating white women get arrested after a bad tweet?
Is this England?
That's where Time Profit's from.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
he put out a bad tweet, and they sent the drone after him to go pop him in the head on the curb.
Strike.
Yeah.
At least Time Profit's still not sore about the whole tea in the harbor thing.
Like, sure.
I think he's starting to understand why.
Oh yeah.
Remember that autistic girl who like, hey, that looks like my dykey grandma. And actually, she said it much nicer. She's like, that looks like Nana. Nana's a lesbian. And all of a sudden, the butthurt carpet cuisine connoisseur, like cop, gets all pissed off, gets all of her strong-armed male co-workers, kicks down the door and arrests this chick, drags her outside of her house. Dude, you got some fucking cop problems over there, man. Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
Yeah.
Little autistic kid.
Do you guys want to laugh? Do you guys want to laugh at New Mexico for about 1 minute and 11 seconds?
Dude, I have driven through New Mexico more times than I'd like to admit, going back and forth on the I-40 from Las Vegas to South Carolina. I absolutely hate New Mexico. I'm sorry, I do. Like, Breaking Bad kind of gave me an appreciation, but you got to understand, dude, it's 8 hours through Arizona and then 8 hours through New Mexico, and you're so fucking tired. And then you usually stop in Albuquerque. You've been on the road 12 hours leaving Vegas, and there's a bunch of native people staring at you like you're lucky there's a Best Western here, or you'd be fucking coyote meat. Like coyote food. Like, it's like, I don't give a now props to them for the green chilies. They have their own type of Mexican food, which is amazing. But fuck you and fuck turquoise.
Amen, bro.
Yeah. Fuck.
I made this the other day. Well, I think it was the other day I made it. I never upload. I put it on Facebook and Instagram. But here we go right here.
I think we turned off I'm so sorry, Etep. I think we turned off I-40, but that was the main interstate we went through, like, to get from west to east. I'm sorry, Etep.
No, you're good. You're good. This is
somebody called me out as a liar. I had to defend my honor.
It wasn't Latino slant again, was it?
Good one.
That's a deep cut.
Yes, it was.
You're the only one that's going to get that. That's a deep fucking cut right there. Here we go. This is I just made this. Let's just watch.
Would allow us, if someone's got a concealed carry permit in Albuquerque walking down a public street, they're not going to get arrested.
I can make the point that they should be.
No.
If there's an emergency, and I've declared an emergency for a temporary amount of time, I can invoke additional powers.
My style is ridiculous.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
We're here to hurt nobody.
No constitutional right, in my view, including my oath, is intended to be absolute.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
God damn.
I can tell you her line of thought. This whole executive order on guns is just as legal as her edicts on wearing masks, locking down the economy, and that worked. Why wouldn't this? They just blindly followed along. Why wouldn't they do that with this? And this was a test run for the rest of the country, at least the blue states.
Of course.
I watched a Razorfist video on this, and make no mistake, this is not a federal issue. So the Constitution is a federal thing. This is a state level thing.
Yep.
And the state, she just went against the state, meaning that the state has its own kind of constitution. And she just violated her oath. Not only should she be removed from office, but she should be arrested for willfully and publicly violating her oath. You're out. Like, this is what tar and feathers was invented for.
If people are getting 22 years for not even being in a certain district on a certain date, then someone in a position of power violating one of the most important rules in the country. And that's something else, by the way. Was it Razorfist talking about how they're taking this up in federal court when it's a state issue?
It's a state.
Yep, it was Razorfist.
She's an executive branch, not legislative. This is not about I'm creating new laws. This is about that would be the state Supreme Court that would need to come up with these new laws. Or I'm sorry, basically anybody but her. She's an executive person. Her job is to ensure what her state has set before her. And if she doesn't do that, she has violated her oath.
Her job is to go in the kitchen and make a fucking sandwich. Listen, I think we need to get Loja on the case and put her on a shuttle. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, her job is to execute what the legislature has legislated. And this is what I want, and we're doing it.
Yeah, there's three branches in the government for a reason. And there's a reason why you don't have the legislative and the executive branch being the same branch. Because of tyranny like this.
Yep, and Scotsman's right. Like, a lot of it's culture. Like, it's illegal to do whatever, put a pie on your window on Sundays, whatever. People aren't going to follow those laws if it no longer makes sense. And that's what it's what they're trying to do. Like, you know what else is illegal? To go around burning every city for 3 months in the summer of 2020, but they did it.
Didn't get locked up for it either.
Well, do you remember? So the reason why the Proud Boys had to go, how they had to go, was because they were a reactive organization to thwart our state-run, basically our state-run chaos and destruction. The Proud Boys came in to fight back against all these, after we saw many, many months of elderly people with MAGA hats or people just walking around full of blood, having their heads caved in by these, militant thugs that the government hired called Antifa. The Proud Boys were formed as a counter to that. They those dudes were jacked. Those guys are you want to fight? Okay, we'll do this. We're going to protect the American citizens from your violent thuggery. And now they get branded.
Because they're not state sponsored, they're opposition now. They're
the Nadler and Biden call them, basically terrorists while calling Antifa an idea. Conspiracy.
Yeah, they're still cling to, even though there's organized chapters of Antifa, they still cling to that Antifa's an ideology, you bunch of right-wing conspiracy theorists.
You know what I'm thinking is...
Oh, sorry.
I was just going to mention, they always say, well, it's not centralized. There's no leader. It's like, good, then charge each and every one of them as the leader.
Yeah, well, charge them as terrorists. That's a terrorist cell. That's how they work.
Yeah.
But do you remember when Crowder infiltrated their group and he was handed guns and knives and stuff and told, like, here's how you do it. Like, here, we got you this really badass weapon. Now use it. And it's like, wait, what? How are these people not in Guantanamo or, like, next to the people that are at that certain date that went to a certain district that Tony had mentioned? Like, how are these two things?
Because they're their people. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the Democrats' brown shirts.
Yeah,
that's it. They are. They're brown shirts. That's exactly what Antifa is. They're brown shirts, spray painted different. They got an Earl Scheib.
When you know history, man, not the long knives, dude. It's the same thing. They're just using these usable idiots, as you call them, useful idiots rather. And then when the shit goes down, they're that you play chess. There's your pawns.
Yep.
Yeah, and we have watched. Yeah, well, we have watched propaganda acclimate and try to normalize this concept that it's perfectly acceptable for violence to counteract words you don't like or speech you don't like. And that is being indoctrinated into our culture now, where it's okay. Like, there is no bad target. There are no bad tactics. There are only bad targets. That's that's from Rules for Radicals, dude. That's Sal Alinsky there. Like, that's telling you how to be radical, like how to terrorize countries to get your way, essentially.
How to become a cancer.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but like, I've been called every slur in the book. I've had everything thrown at me. I've never once thought it was perfectly rational and a completely acceptable reaction to, like, roundhouse kick somebody because they disagree with me on, like, abortion or something.
Right. You remember that video?
Yeah, Cuck Norris.
Dude, like, out of nowhere, fucking that soy boy just, like, roundhouses the fucking girl. Yeah. She's like,
I meant to hit the phone out of your hand.
He's like, oh my god, oh my god. She's like, do not touch me. Like, that these are the people telling you that you don't care about women's rights. Like, all right.
Well, these... Okay.
So they're letting men play in sports because, they identify as a woman, or now they're whatever. Yeah.
You guys want to see something fruity? Here, I'll show you. This is how much these fucking leftoids care about fucking women's rights. This is from North Kansas City High School, North Kansas City schools. This is their homecoming queen. This is their homecoming queen. Right here. It's a fucking guy.
Jesus. Dylan?
Yeah. It's a
Bud
fucking
Light
guy.
all over again.
That's their homecoming queen.
Yep. Pushing to normalize this shit again.
And yes, I am in a tag group called
who started it,
Deploy
right?
the weaponized laugh reacts.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's one of my tag groups I'm in.
Hell yeah. I just don't understand. If it was normal, you wouldn't have to push to make it normal, people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of this mental illness.
We care about women's rights so much that we'll let fucking guys be homecoming queen, and all these other young women who fucking probably they that's something they want. That's something they aspire. Every girl wants to do that. It's like every guy. You want to be homecoming king. You want to be the prom king. Whatever. It is. It's something. It's and these fucking. It's like no. Can you imagine being homecoming king at that? I'd be like, nah, fuck this.
Yeah, I ain't dancing with that.
They'd be like, you're a big. I'm not gay.
Yeah.
The fuck? That's not a girl. Yeah. No, the fuck it isn't. That motherfucker. That's fucked up. That is fucked up.
That shit shouldn't be allowed in the schools to begin with. Again, that shit should be checked at the door. Your sexuality doesn't matter. You're in school to learn, motherfucker. This shit doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's where school uniforms come in.
Yeah, right here.
Hicks villain.
Yep.
Boom.
Always give homecoming king/queen to this special needs kid.
Dude, I'm glad I graduated in the 90s because we didn't give a shit about that. Like, we didn't virtue signal. We had like a hot chick and the quarterback, basically.
That was it.
Now, I'm just trying to figure out the special needs in this situation. Is it where you have to like ensure the orifice doesn't close, doesn't heal?
Yes.
Well, dude, they're like a powder keg of emotions too. All the synthetic hormones running.
Well, we should put them on the front lines of our wars.
Well, that's
Operation Human Shield, baby.
Well, dude, that's what's running our military now. We got true commanders.
Yep.
Look at.
What, your Millies and your Austins, you know?
Well, that was great. Sorry, Pete.
No, let's say George Floyd identified as a George Foreman grill, but you had to stick your knee on it before you put your sausages on.
Fucking Phil Labonte. I kind of want to show it to you guys. He tweeted out a video the other day of this dude all in his... And I remember there was a time you would have gotten in trouble. Like, you're representing the United States government in that outfit, in that uniform. Dude was in uniform on one of those TikTok videos and then spins around and he's all in drag and dancing. And Phil Labonte, from All That Remains, he was like, this is why they don't meet recruitment standards anymore. So then the first comment on there was this guy, yeah, let's see your uniform. Like, if you didn't serve, don't have an opinion on this. And so he says, let's see your uniform. And right away, Phil uploads a badass picture of him in the Marines, like his official Marines photo. Like, fuck you, dude.
Yep.
Not only have I opened for Metallica, I was a Marine too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kick my balls. Yeah, so you know who else is watching those videos? China, Russia, North Korea.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. Well, they're promoting them.
Well, it's intentional. Yeah. These are our enemies who have infiltrated our government and have infiltrated our military and all this stuff in our media. They are pushing on this. This is the rot that Yuri Bezmenov warned us about back in the 80s.
Yep.
They are pushing this in to destroy our meat. Like, it's part of the demoralization process.
Mm-hmm.
Our military, dude, we are so fat and we are so fucking dumb as Americans that if you were to go back 40 years and compare a high schooler to the average adult, the high schooler would be like, what the hell are wrong with these people? Are they all special needs?
Exactly. We ask that every day, Chris.
I almost think we should be like Sweden or Switzerland or whatever, in the sense like you have to perform some type of public service when you come of age, whether it's military, which should be most of it, or some other type of public service, volunteer firefighting, or just something. People need to grow up. They need to go out and see the real world, because a lot of this comes from being so sheltered and not having a realistic view of life. Like how I see it, like just starting completely from zero, you're naked in the woods looking for a rock and a stick. And these people have become too far detached from that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, they've also. I blame the feminization of our society. As soon as we got dads out, like that was the first domino to fall. Was as soon as we got the dads out, we bred an entire generation of irresponsible boys that never became men. Because I hate to say it, but well, women can't raise men. They don't know what men are. They, their perception of a man is warped.
Look at where we're at.
They put them on Adderall and Ritalin.
Our education systems. They're like, hyperactivity, attention deficit disorder. Yeah, that's called being undisciplined. Like, I'll tell you right now, I passed all of those ADD, ADHD tests when I was a kid. You know what got me through it? You're gonna fucking fail, you stupid shit, if you don't fucking pay attention. Oh shit! Okay.
And some backhands.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my dad called it the Board of Education applied to the seat of learning. It worked. Fear and respect mean the same thing to an undeveloped mind. Yep. And unfortunately, like, you as parents, like, you can't be friends. Like, a lot of single moms are friends with their kids, or they're confusing. They're this weird dichotomy of disciplinarian and nurturer. You know how fucking confusing that is? Imagine feeding your dog, like, you got a nice food dish or whatever, and then you smack him right when he goes to eat the food. Like, that's basically what you're doing with your kids when you have a single parent.
Can I replay to Time Prophet real quick? Because he says in Sweden they let in thousands of immigrants. Now Sweden is a no-go country for violence. Don't hold them up as a role model. Time Prophet also says he doesn't agree with military service. I was against it at school, and I'm against it now. And yeah, maybe that's not the best course of action to take, but I think these entitled people who have no idea what the real world is like outside of, Pasadena, they need to face some sort of discomfort, some sort of adversity, because that's good for human beings. It's good for human beings to go out and be uncomfortable on the treadmill an hour a day, because it makes them a better person, both mentally and physically, or whatever this, whatever the adversity might be. Humans need that. Humans need discomfort in their life. That way they can appreciate what's in front of them, the good things.
And structure, some kind of structure.
Yeah. Well, growth is painful. Growth is not something that's a pleasurable experience.
That's like growing pains.
Yeah, and part of growing up is overcoming adversity. Like if you have no adversity, there's nothing to test your mettle. It's like why muscles won't grow if you don't put resistance to them.
Yeah.
If there's nothing to overcome, then you're just sitting there like in the movie WALL-E.
Well, not only that, but like that's there's a biological drive for men to be heroes. Like we know we're doomed to die, so we want to do something or leave a dent on this world. Something that like everybody's had those fantasies of being the guy who rescued somebody, or the hero, or got the trophy, or I want to be the prom king, or like those are all things to aspire to. And when you have nothing to aspire, that biological drive starts to turn inward, and you get these like lazy kids that just play video games all day and watch TikTok. Like it's like watching a piece of your brain just die.
Yep. And can I pop a cotton? I don't have the study, but I've heard like from a few different sources that like for some reason like females raised by a single dad come out, better adjusted than males raised by a single mother.
It's because generally it has to do with nurture versus discipline, or what's the word? The independence. Like men generally teach independence and accountability, and women nurture. And you're basically, if you've got I can't cite the study, but when I took developmental psychology, I remember hearing something exactly like what you had mentioned, Tony, where a father, it's still an incomplete, like you should have the optimal experience of a nurturer and a disciplinarian. But there are studies that have shown that a single father that raises a son, or a single father that raises a daughter, the child, or at least from their pool of I don't know, like their control group versus their other, they're like, these kids turned out better. Here's their like less. They didn't do drugs. They didn't get depression. They didn't commit crimes, and so on. Whereas they looked at the studies of single mothers in that same scenario, and almost every one of the daughters had a teen pregnancy, and almost every one of the sons was either on drugs, had like some type of depression, committed crimes, or all of the above. Sorry, I know I'm not trying to bash on women, but it's the nurturer. It's you feel bad. You don't want to, destroy this person, but you sometimes need to.
This is all government's.
Yeah.
This is all government's fault, because they're dividing us in every possible way, and they started this cycle of almost abuse that just keeps going and going. The guy is a beta, or just isn't going to stick around like that. A single mother or a single father should be very rare. It should be something like, unfortunately, one of the parents died or something, or had some medical condition, like, but it's like they've successfully driven a wedge between us where females don't trust males, males don't trust females. It gets passed on to their children and just exacerbates, and it's dangerous. It has so much momentum now, and I wish we could reverse that trend. And it's between females and males. It's black and whites, this and that. I mean, they have found a way to drive a wedge between everything in our society, Democrats and Republicans, this or that or this. Like,
dude, united we stand, divided we fall. This is intentional.
Yep.
Like the whole war of the sexes there, or the battle of the sexes, is fucking stupid because we both need each other. Like, if this was a world of just men, we would die out. If this was a world of just women, we would die out. We need both sides. Same thing with like liberals and conservatives. We can't have a 100% conservative view because most people don't exist in that 100% conservative view. They may think they do, but they actually do have slightly left-leaning or liberal values, and vice versa. And you need to have voices outside of your microcosm to temper or to test your own beliefs. And without that, like we've created the system now where there is these opposing dichotomies, and it's across everything now. White versus black, Democrats versus Republicans, fucking men versus women. Like, this was all planned. Like, they couldn't do the bourgeoisie versus the proletariats because the United States had a mobile social class. Like, you could be the poorest black kid in the ghetto and be a millionaire if you could play basketball.
Well, Tim Pool mentioned this. You'll have a freaking 76 Chevy Nova on its last legs in the Taco Bell drive-thru, and behind it is a BMW, you know? Like, at Taco Bell. Like, we were a melting pot, you know, and class didn't really matter because we all had that opportunity. We all had the chance, if we applied ourselves, to make something out of ourselves. And then suddenly one day, some people who did make things out of themselves started thinking they knew what was best for everyone else. Obviously.
Well, and authoritarianism.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
that's where it comes from. It's like all they have to do is throw a few bucks to our public servants' bank accounts, and they side with them and start using their power against the people they're supposed to protect.
Well, the intellectually lazy, which is again part of us being raised as poorly as we are now, craves authoritarianism because they don't want to think for themselves because that's scary. You could make mistakes, you know. Freedom is dangerous, you know. So authoritarianism is this alluring like crutch that, you know, like that's where you're finding what's happening in our society now. That I don't know, government will take care of it. Okay, but they're telling you that when you can wake up and when you can go to sleep and where you can move in the country. Well, I guess so. Like, you know, we're being primed to become drones, and then they're obviously they're going to cull a lot of us.
Well, it already started.
Oh, yeah.
In a massive way. You know what? We need to go back to studying animals like the monks did back in the day. Remember, that's how they learned how to do martial arts and stuff? Study some animals. Look what happens when there's like one fucking really weak one who thinks that they could take over and rule over everyone. They usually get
Sigma. Yeah, the
you
Sigma
know?
male.
So I don't know. Maybe we should be studying that a little bit more and open up our fucking eyes to what the government has done to us. Did you hear the latest one? I'm going to be talking about a little bit of that on tomorrow's stream. Klaus Schwab, he's urging all nations to surrender power to the World Economic Forum. That
An unelected body.
Yeah, that they should be ruling over the entire world.
I bet the governor of New Mexico's what?
Yep.
She probably has like a table full of guns and cocaine, and she's just like shooting them off.
She's sitting behind a desk like Scarface. So what do you guys? I found the final boss at Reddit, right here. This is the final Reddit boss right here. Look at this fucking thing.
No hate, no bigotry, no.
What the fuck? What the fuck is that? I shared that in the Horseman chat. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Look at this. No colorism, no xenophobia, no Islamophobia, no anti-Semitism, no misogyny, no homophobia. Does that say misogyny? Yeah, misogyny. No, what's asophobia?
I'm not afraid of any of that.
What's
I
biphobia?
Like plenty of it. I'm not afraid of it. Isn't a phobia supposed to be a fear?
Yeah, don't confuse a fear with disgust.
Yeah,
that's
your shitty lifestyle disgusts me. I'm not afraid of it.
Off air, I'm going to show you guys a Facebook thread. I'm going back and forth with a couple of these fucking Transformers. I am just roasting the fuck out of them right now. Ask Papa Cotton. I've sent him photo comment memes, and you guys have seen some. I know
Adam's he has a bonfire he's going to be doing soon. So
right.
I've got a war chest of these fucking things. I'm just
Bring marshmallows.
One of them. Let me put it this way. One of them's like a Nyla Rose type, and said, "You're disgusting," because I played a fucking Dragon Ball Z meme. And dude's blocking the blast, and it says your transphobia is showing, and all it says is good. But the dude looks like a linebacker, and he's like, I hope you'll never procreate. I'm like, too late. I already have, but you can't.
Yeah.
But you can't.
I already have. Hail, good stuff. And I'm going to go by the way of Candace Owens. I'm going to get demonetized for that.
What's up, Ladonis Dragonstorm?
Hail, what's going on? Oh my goodness. So we need to talk about something funny before we fucking we done went way off the fuck. Man, this is.
Oh, if you really want to go off,
no.
Never mind. No, it's something Adega sent me.
What do you got?
Oh no, I can't show it.
No, you don't want to see it.
Okay.
No.
We had
have a good night, Courtney. Thank you for
see you,
joining
Courtney.
us.
Yeah, have a great one.
Have a good one.
Here, Courtney.
What up, Baz? Good stuff's in the house. Etep Wakanda. What up? What's going on? Welcome.
What up, good stuff?
Hail, everybody. We fucking went off the rails tonight with it. Fuck.
Did I spill my black pills everywhere?
Chris did it again.
So sorry.
It started on a funny note with Amy Kemper, leaving her fucking kid in a hotel room with Bernie Lomax, then going on a drug and fucking sex bender. I thought it said menage a trois, but they only mentioned one guy. Did she fuck the old guy and the young guy, and then leave the kid there, and then be like, I'm gonna go fuck this guy and do some drugs, and you stay here? And he was like,
who is this individual?
Fucking Pop's taking a nap. Hey, Mrs. Good Stuff. Hail.
Hey.
Hail.
What's up?
We'll have a chance. We'll have a chance to break bread again in March when I'm down there again. That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to Horror Hound again. I need another convention already. We just went to one. I already got the itch. And I don't need ointment for it. Although I was told I needed ointment for my they said I was being a bigot, Town. I was like, I don't even fucking care. I'm not. I'm not being a bigot. What you don't like is facts, like biology. That's scary stuff right there.
Factophobic.
Factophobic. That's right. Not fat phobic. It's not. We're not talking about Willow.
I wish fact checks.
Yeah.
I wish fact checks came in an ointment.
So, I said I wanted to talk about something that we can just have fun with and just really rip on. And we talked about this Thursday night on, when I was on World Class Bullshitters. Not that I'm anybody, but they let me on. They feel sorry for me every now and then. They're like, hey, come on. No, we talked about this article, and it's just fucking hilarious because all this shit right now going on with the fucking Bobs, at Disney and all this shit, and all the money they're losing, right? As bad as it's gotten, they're like, hey, guys, we got an idea for the next great Star Wars movie. Are you guys ready for this? Okay. Here we go. What is the worst thing we could do a Star Wars movie? What Star Wars movie lost money, folks?
Solo.
The sequel trilogy.
So, well, let's build on the Solo point and say, hey, let's make a Lando Calrissian movie with Dong Lover.
Oh God.
Oh.
Lando.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's have a fucking Solo movie. The first movie back to the center. They haven't released a movie in almost 4 years this December. And Frankie knows, and they're going to do this. Go ahead.
Oh, Frankie.
This is why I tell people. They're like, no, you have to watch the good stuff and not support the bad stuff. And then Lucasfilm will listen to us and give us what. No, Lucasfilm hates you. Mm-hmm. I've said it before. They've killed Star Wars.
Yep.
Skinned it. Now they're wearing its skin suit. It's dead. It's not there. You're not watching Star Wars is dead. And if you really loved Star Wars, you would cherish the good things about it. The original trilogy. Whether you like the prequels or not, that's up to you. I like them more than, let's say, Mr. Fisk. But at least it wasn't this. At least it isn't what we're getting now. Stop supporting it. Stop watching Ahsoka. Stop watching The Mandalorian.
Amen.
Stop watching this because it's not Star Wars.
No, I blame the people who are watching Ahsoka and making videos of why we're getting this turd. Like,
Just
geeks and gay men, Star Wars whores, all those fucking useless twats. I'll tell you, I've been there in these meetings. I know what's going on. They fucking hate you, the consumer. Trust me. That's why I said, kill me off in that picture. And they did it. But you know what? The franchise, multi-billion-dollar franchise, is deader than the robot that Lando was fucking in the ass, who then took over Indiana Jones. I'm just saying.
Just remember the immortal words of Master Yoda. Remember, berries lead to nostalgia bait. Nostalgia bait leads to bait and switch. Bait and switch leads to suffering.
And we didn't learn that on Reddit.
Hey, Draven, can you please stop cutting everyone off, dude? We're trying to talk about Lando.
I just took a shit that was better than this.
I was like, this motherfucker's been quiet for like 45 minutes.
Yeah, because I just got done taking a dump that was better than this shit.
You got done dropping a Lando?
Yep.
Dropping a Lando, wiped his Calrissian.
Pitching off the loaf. A good man. That's way better than this conversation.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't.
That right there, Mr. Goodstuff, that X-ray there, that's a picture of my colon.
Oh God!
Taking a big old shit.
I'm sure this is good stuff.
That's Mrs. Good Stuff to you, slap nuts.
Thought I was Mr. Goodstuff. Sorry.
Hey, I'm the dyslexic here.
He just comes out, hits him with a fucking guitar like Jeff Jarrett. It'll happen next time we're in Cincinnati. She's gonna hit him with a fucking guitar.
El kaboom!
She's gonna walk in doing the fucking Jackie Fargo strut. Draven's gonna turn his back for a second. Boom! That's Mrs. Good Stuff to you.
Can I just not to veer too far off the subject, but Etep, you've heard me complain in private conversations about Las Vegas spending hundreds of millions of dollars to get the fucking Raiders here when nobody asked for it except for the California transplants, and now they're like, here, take our money. No, don't worry that we're running out of water. Take our money for the Oakland A's. Take our money for the A's. And I'm like, why? Why? And here's Keely Chow. I mean, I'm just, yeah. My hometown is taking a bigger shit than Draven during feminist discussion.
This thing's gonna fail quicker than Aaron Rodgers' leg.
Oh no!
It's not even going to be freaking released. I mean, all this shit, it's just all horseshit for the moment because everything is on strike. Nothing's moving forward. Yeah. Have you noticed how many big announcements they made while everything is shut down? It's all bullshit.
Oh yeah, we talked about this the other night, like I said, Thursday, and I said this is never going to come out. This is never going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not. It's one of those things meant to drum because they're hurting, so they need to drum up some kind of shit because Disney's about to lose the fucking. Well, I don't know. I think they'll come through in the end with that Hulu deal, for who's that, Comcast, because they'll have to pay Comcast so much fucking money for Hulu because of the rights situation.
Oh God.
Well, you guys are familiar with all that shit, like, because they have to pay the remainder of it. The date is coming up here fairly soon.
Well, you saw they're raising the price of Hulu to $18 a month for commercial free. It's not watchable with commercials because they're not sanctioned by the FCC, so they fucking up the volume on their commercials by like 20 decibels. So they're basically strong-arming people into paying $18 a month for fucking Hulu.
Dude, they try to do that with YouTube too, and I just watch it on the Brave browser because I'm not going to fucking pay YouTube premium fees to get rid of the obnoxious amount of additional ad interruptions that they've made.
I will
Fuck
say,
you, Dr. Squatch. Sorry.
Yeah.
I will say the one thing that my shit and Star Wars have in common, they're pretty messy.
Blando Calrissian. Yeah, and 80, who said it earlier? Wait, Clone Geek, did you highlight this one already? Yeah,
No,
California's going to give the strikers health insurance for doing nothing.
Yeah. And we're going to pay for it.
Yep. So these fucking retards out there picketing because they're I'm sorry, I have no fucking sympathy for these people. I don't. None. Zero.
Well, they're propagandists.
I would still rather see health insurance go to them than like the million illegals a month crossing over.
Oh yeah. Dude,
I
honestly,
guess if it's gonna go somewhere, it might as well go to fucking citizens at least. You know what I mean?
Dude, what is our solution? Like ultimately, I mean, we're starting to get into a certain Mustachio Man's territory when we're looking at the mess that these Democrats and Republicans created for us by allowing this invasion force. Because nothing short of rounding them up and deporting them is going to solve our problems. Like the amount of strain they put on our social services is insane. The amount of crime that's going up, like there are now no-go cities, not no-go zones, like cities. Like, yeah, you don't go in that one. Like, it's like they forced this on us.
Yep.
This is Draven right now.
Yep.
No quiero morir.
It's like what happens, like all the refugees in Sweden, which we were just talking about, or all the supposed refugees in London one day, they're not going to recognize the government. They're not going to recognize the police.
Well, no. They're an invasion force. They don't assimilate. Like I saw that thing that happened in Italy there, and I saw all the feminized women, the women dancing with these invasion force men, and they're like, "Oh, welcome." It's like, yeah, they did that in Germany. Do I need to tell the story about my ex?
Well, again, see how fucking stupid they were.
Yeah.
That dancing was premature because there's video and stuff too of them already robbing and trying to hurt people. But a lot of the Italian men stood up and they beat the ever living shit out of a crook.
Yeah, but what happens when the Italian men are now outnumbered 10-1?
Yeah. Well, in that one fucking place they are. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
that island had 5,000 Italian citizens and 6,000 migrants from Africa came in on 112 boats.
Yeah. That's happening all over the West, like all over Europe, all over North America. It's in Australia. Yeah.
Because the officials who were going to do something, they're all silent now because they've gotten threatened or they took the bribes. It's like you're with us or you're against us. And if you're against us, your life is done. That's basically what happened with all this shit. And it's going on all over the world. That's why, I'm sorry, the mouthpiece to the WEF, he's the son of the top Nazi who is second in command next to Mustachio Man.
Mm-hmm. I know. How can you look at that and not go, why does that guy look and sound like a Bond villain? Like, why would you think that anything he says is worth following?
Once again, he's the son of a Yahtzee, a top fucking Yahtzee.
Yep.
And he's the mouthpiece for the World Economic Forum. And they're doing business with your fucking Bill Gates, who owns the majority of the farmland in the United States, him in China. Yeah, take a look at what's fucking going on.
Yep. It's like we didn't learn our lesson, man.
Sorry. We'll get more into that tomorrow.
Clone Geek. That's it. We need to arm the drag queens.
Wait. I wonder why your food costs so much. It doesn't taste like it used to with all the chemicals and shit they're getting away with.
Yeah. And don't forget, I mean, again, we have a general named Millie. I should say it all.
Yeah, who should have been court-martialed when he went over the chief executive or whatever the president's position is, went behind his back and spoke with China.
Yep.
Like that's a court-martialable offense. That's a war tribunal. Yeah.
Yeah, Wakanda is the most advanced, Frankie. Wakanda is. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Do we have it over here? Do we have it? Is it over here? Where's it at?
I hope we do.
When reality isn't how you like it.
It's on one of them. It's on one of these fuckers. I'll find it.
Probably the main show.
I think it is. I think it's Monday night because fuck it. There's never.
Yes, sir. We promised you a great meal here tonight.
That's not it.
No.
I know that's not it at all.
Did I hit that or did Tony? I don't know.
I didn't hit that.
That was.
I hit it.
I hit the joint.
I was just thinking I wanted to play. Oh, we're on the wrong brand.
Wakanda? You mean Ollie's?
He's not wrong.
No.
Here it is. Here it is right here, folks. Oh wait. Go ahead.
No. Feel free.
Nope. Here it is, folks. While we're talking about Wakanda, while we're on the topic, and I'm not talking about Flint or Detroit.
Do you ever look around at your continent and feel a little down? Ashamed of where you come from? Do you ever see your parents offered up to a Libyan warlord from your cage and silently wish to yourself, reality can be whatever I want? My friends, are you simply hungry?
Hi, I'm trans non-binary Disney CEO Bob JPEG, and I'm inviting you to experience the other side of reality. Relax, recuperate, and reinvent yourself at our newest and most diverse Walt Disney World Resort. When real life doesn't quite cut it, come experience our version of Africa. Introducing Wakanda Land.
Book your reservation at Wakanda Land today and get a free 30-day trial of Lucasfilm writer Leslie Headland's new dating app, Wine and Dynasty. It's a sure thing every time. Available for download through the App Store or Google Play.
That's how she raises funds for Maui.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oprah has space lasers. Never mind.
Did you guys see that BBC propaganda video where they have a black guy dressed up as a Roman and he goes throughout history explaining how blacks in Britain were always here?
What?
The wee-wuzzery was off the charts. Somebody posted it on Twitter and I replied, I'm like, yeah, that's not how any of that worked. And then some guy's like, so-and-so was Roman and he was in charge of the occupation of Britain before the Anglo-Saxons came, and he's black. So I looked up the name, and it was there's hundreds of articles are no, this guy was not black. It's well, and then he tried to counter it. Well, he was, but they didn't have differentiations between black people before the Crusades. So I looked that up, and they're like, yes, actually, the word Ethiopia means land of the burned people or land of the sunburned skin people. Ethiopia was the Greek term meaning somebody that was burned skin or black.
Uh-huh.
So yes, there is a precedence of this, and it's we're watching the revision of our history in real time, folks.
Yeah.
Good challenge.
Yeah. Amen.
Just they depend, just like always. They depend on the people's ignorance and laziness.
Yep. I know, it was 5 seconds worth of work.
This is actual cultural appropriation.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Well,
yeah.
Dude, remember, white people don't got no culture. Yes, because you fucking stole it all.
It's all projection.
Yeah, I'm fucking sick of it, dude. I'm not even I don't even have a fucking skin in this game. I just don't want my civilization to be rewritten. I don't like the culture of failure that's replacing the culture I grew up in.
Is it because your skin isn't of the burnt kind?
Yeah, it's apparently on the chart they're he's on the spectrum. He's too pale.
He's no skin in the game.
Yeah.
It's just because it's so white that it's transparent. No, but it's there.
Are you guys?
He's
are
a
you guys
white
ready
walker, Vinny.
You guys ready for a meme?
Oh, yeah.
I can't McBreathe, baby.
Nice.
That's what's his name? Mayor McCheese or whatever.
Yep. No, that's Constable Whopper or something.
Oh.
Mayor McCheese was also a burger head, but yeah. God, that's like 1970s McDonald's. Holy shit.
I can't McBreathe. Poor Grimace.
I remember the cheeseburger head you could go up in, the Mayor McCheese one. At the fun places or whatever.
Yeah.
Could have thrown a McBurglar in the background, getting away with the crime.
Rubble.
Did he have the McGrimace shakes?
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah.
For that big poison?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
You're
Diabetes.
dying.
Yeah.
Welcome to diabetes.
Dude, diabetes is the least of their like. I watched another video today where somebody showed like a pumpkin swirl spice latte or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they broke down the sugar breakdown in that thing. Dude, that thing is like you could freebase like black tar heroin would be safer than drinking this thing.
46 tablespoons of sugar.
Holy
46.
fucking shit, dude.
Yeah. It was more than like 20 glazed donuts.
Yeah, it was like 980 calories. This iced coffee.
Bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
There's people that people that drink like 2 or 3 of those a day too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they're completely obese.
I stick to the only thing, like I said, I get there is occasionally sometimes I'll get breakfast. Most of the time it's just coffee. That's all I get is a regular coffee. That's it. Just a regular fucking coffee. It's like I'm just driving. It's like I want a coffee. There we go. You know? Yeah. Grimace was the dope head that would pistol whip the fry guys. Oh God. But yeah, I just get regular coffee. I said I want 2 creams in it, nothing else. Tony, you and I were talking about this the other day. I said I haven't put sugar in my coffee since I was probably 18 years old.
Yeah, well, dude from that one duck hunting show. I don't remember the name of it.
Oh, Duck Dynasty. Phil.
Yeah. Duck Dynasty. Yeah,
you saw
Phil
that video?
from Duck Dynasty.
Yep.
He made a coffee the other day in that video. And I mean, this was coffee. This wasn't something you get at your local shop. And he was talking about, he's drinking it black, which is how I prefer my coffee. He's talking about giving this coffee, 22-year-old like Gen Z boys and how they, do you have any cream? Do you have any sugar? He's like, no. You need to take the coffee as it is. Take it as it is. Be a man. He's like, and you need to say it as it is. Tell it as it is. He's like, that's something for men. He just like this huge message around a cup of coffee about how men need to be men again. And I'm like, damn right. Like, I'm sorry if you have testicles. Well, you shouldn't be drinking vodka, but if you do, it better not be cotton candy flavored. But you know what? God damn it.
Yeah.
Be a man and drink whiskey. Yeah. Well, my buddy he'd always stop and get a 6-pack of Smirnoff Ice. I'm like, it's gay, dude. It's gay. Alcohol isn't supposed to taste good, You're supposed to earn that shit. And coffee, well, it tastes just fucking fine with no sugar.
I like my coffee like I like my women. Creamy and weak.
Yeah. Cold and black, right?
Creamy and weak.
Ice cold.
He wants his coffee to surrender and just lay there.
Yeah. I like my coffee like I like my women, without other people's dick in it.
Or without a dick itself.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
I hear those dumpsters in Jersey. There's a lot of dick that's never mind.
2 creams and a dick. Ribbit.
Oh,
ribbit.
Are there? Wait, are we behind a dumpster? Are we in New Jersey all of a sudden?
Atrazine in the water, making the frogs gay.
Well, apparently they're not taking their ivermectin. You might as well be pinkies out drinking a Zima wearing a mesh shimmel shirt showing your nipple piercings.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Like, I do. Like, if I drink vodka, it's either just on the rocks or, little tonic and a little splash of tonic. But I don't ever do that flavored shit. Fuck that. Whiskey. Tone, I'll mix a little, I like a little ginger ale in there. If not, it's just on the rocks. That's it. You want to taste the whiskey. Same thing with a good scotch.
But that's different than like drinking birthday cake flavored whiskey.
Yeah, dude. When we were having like a little after work party when I was working at one of the dealerships I was at, and one of the younger guys, the sales guys, went out and he's like, "Oh, we all brought something in, and because I had a refrigerator in my office, I kept my shit in. There'd be some liquor in there from time to time for after work, and he brings, can I put some liquor in your fridge? I'm like, yeah, what do you got, man? He's like, and it was like some raspberry vodka. I was like, do you have a pussy? Like, are you literally a fucking, what the fuck? No, you cannot put it in the break room with the rest of the fucking, no, get the fuck out of here.
What is this coos drink shit?
Fucking raspberry vodka. Come on.
Use that as a mixer. You mix that with shit.
Yeah, but don't try.
You don't drink that shit straight. You just
I just think vodka's vodka, man. Like a vodka martini should just be vodka and an olive. Like you don't need anything else.
Shaken, not stirred.
Hicks Villain says he had a coworker go on a whipped cream flavor vodka kick for a while. His teeth fell out a few years later. Confirmed.
Wow.
Whipped cream vodka is worse than meth.
No. That's crazy.
Just drink rubbing alcohol and iced tea, man.
Zombie box reviews. Hail to these zombie box
I
reviews.
shared a meme with you there, Etep. Speaking of women in bed.
DM?
No, it's shared.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Her on a date. I'm a wildcat of bed. Her in bed.
So,
the one where they have Biden's face on it is great. I use that on
Someone made a cake that looked like that.
on my title card.
Like I said, this is the fucking alien from Men in Black. That's it. This is the alien from Men in Black that was piloting the bigger alien. He had the universe thing.
He was piloting Tony Shalhoub.
I heard that was a llama skull, like shaved down or cut down, and then like what you're seeing is the alien's face is the back of the llama's skull.
I'm not surprised. I talked to someone from Mexico the other night who he said that guy's a known scammer, and like it's like he was just like laughed out of the fucking place.
Well, look at it. I'm laughing at that thing now.
Oh, I know, dude. I mean, I think Draven could have sculpted a better one just right out of his ass.
Yeah. Probably. It was pretty malleable.
Right? You get that homemade clay. And
now I know what this actual meme is about. I've been using this meme wrong for forever. He's not thinking about the girls. He's just thinking about the Roman Empire.
Who wouldn't think about Rome?
Exactly.
Right?
Especially now, because we can see the parallels.
Yep. It's crazy, man.
We got Biden fiddling in the White House.
It's time for another crusade.
It is.
It has a nose.
I love that. I have that. I've played this, and I've got me 30-day bans on Facebook, but it's the Crusade Night swinging the mace, and it just says "Cease your faggotry."
Yeah.
It's like if I'm really ready to catch a 30-day ban, I'll just play that.
That's great.
I'm about ready to because I'm still going back and forth here with with Transformers more than meets
With
the
Gorlock.
eye. Do you want to see the picture of this?
That
this wildebeest?
That AEW post, they stopped comments on it now.
Which one?
Yeah, they kicked me the fuck out of that group.
On AEW?
AEW Nation on Facebook.
Yep, I got kicked out because I called Nyla Rose Brandon. They banned me from the fucking group.
I said they should keep Danhausen and get rid of Nyla and or Brandon, and they turned comments off after that.
Wow.
All right, this is the wildebeest. This is the gentleman that thinks it's a woman.
Oh God.
What the?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Notice the 5 o'clock shadow, boys.
And the receding hairline.
Yeah.
Yep. That's clown makeup.
That's what I look for in a woman: male pattern baldness.
Is that one of the tricks that a certain individual in Jersey was? Never mind.
I said I didn't know there was one in Impact.
Yep.
Giselle Saw.
Yep. That's the one that Rick Steiner got kicked out of the fucking convention for.
Oh man.
Yelling at.
Yeah. They have mental illness, but you're kicking out, legends. Hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's where we went wrong as a society, where we're placating the delusions of the mentally ill while ruining everything else around us.
But here's the thing: it's not as a society. This was, orchestrated and forced on everyone.
It was, but it's from the top
minority.
down. Yeah, and it's the tyranny of the minority.
Mm-hmm.
We now live in a world where a straight white man could literally be killed in broad daylight and nobody will care, but a violent black lesbian gets punched for shoplifting and there's riots in the streets.
Yep.
Well, they always want a good way to, riot.
Yeah. Well, it was like what Tony was saying earlier. It's like, OJ better be found not guilty or we're going to riot. That shit should have been stomped out back in the 90s when that shit was first emerging. If you're going to riot because something in politics or something on the media is happening that you don't like, it's like what Chris Rock said. He's like, every day after the verdict, I go to my mailbox and look inside. Do I see my OJ prize? It's not there. Like, he's like, black people are too happy and white people are too mad. But the black people, like, what did you win? Like, you didn't get anything out of this. You let a murderer run free.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with what he did, but I understand. But honestly, though, like looting and rioting and stuff just because something happens, it all stems back to the words or violence bullshit that they've, foisted upon us. Words are not violence. I'll tell you what, we'll come to a fight. You can bring violent words, and I'll bring a baseball bat with a nail in it. We'll see who's still standing afterwards.
That's the same thing with the George Floyd trial too. Like, they were like protesting, and if the verdict would have gone the other way, there would have been riots, and that's why they went the way they did.
Yeah, they threw that guy to the wolves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but George Floyd was a saint. He didn't do anything wrong. He did nothing wrong.
They were all pieces of shit, both of them.
He didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, that's what I said. And I said that from the beginning. Oh, well, I was like, I'm not saying I support Derek Chauvin. I was like, he's a piece of shit too. He's a horrible fucking representation for law enforcement, as were the other ones that sat there and watched him do what he did. They're all garbage. Every fucking one of them. But I'm sorry, that doesn't make George Floyd less of a piece of shit. That's just fucking, it's pathetic.
I don't know how
can be true at the same time.
Right? Yeah, they're not mutually exclusive.
I don't know how you could be a cop though and not be disgusted with humanity. Like you would suddenly turn into Rorschach from fucking Watchmen, because like we're seeing like little bits of it, but it's not our job. We'll just see little bits of it cropping up on social media. Imagine 24 hours a day living that, or like you're clocking in 40 hours plus a week and you're dealing with the dregs of society. It's like, at what point do you just be like, yep, I'm going to do the Evo Shandor route and just say society is too sick to live? Like, is that why a lot of cops are fucking pieces of shit? Because they're like, I'm sick of humanity. Like, I'm sick of these pieces of shit. What is it, that Nietzsche quote? You stare into the abyss, you become the abyss. you're surrounded by it all the time. It's gonna rub off on you.
Yeah. Yeah, a friend of mine, his brother's a cop, and yeah, he has to shut off certain things. You have to be desensitized to things.
Decompartmentalize.
Yes.
Yeah.
That for sure. Because otherwise you can't function in the day. Because there's shit that he hasn't told his family that he's seen because there's no need to. It's like, why? And get them all scared and worried and depressed. It's like he has like a side job that he does afterwards. And he's trying to build that side job so he could leave the force.
Yeah.
Well, it's just how do you go from civilian mode to wartime mode with a switch? You know what I mean? Like if your day job is you're seeing a bunch of savage Dindus killing each other and stuff, when you go into your civilian mode, how do you ignore like all of the danger that you've endured in your job and be like, oh look, there's more savage Dindus, but they're okay.
Well, what I mean? Like he tries to shield his kids from so much shit because of that. Including Disney crap. Like he sees the stuff that's going on, and he canceled Disney. He canceled regular cable because he doesn't want his kids watching this fucking propaganda bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, when I started seeing the BLM ads on Disney when Trey was still watching, and the regular Disney Channel on cable back during the Summer of Love, I was like, we're done with this shit. Like we're not watching this channel anymore. That's over. I'll shut that shit down. Like no. You don't. No, dude. This is geared at small children. So you're telling me that they're intellectually developed enough to handle being, discerning propaganda from entertainment when the two things are now hand in hand all the time?
You're right.
Like, no, I don't think so. We're done with that shit. It's like that. All the bullshit, Elemental, all of these movies they put out that are all the subliminal stuff that's meant to, start the early stages of the indoctrination process, as if the public schools aren't already doing it.
Yeah. Well, it's all about control. It's all about brainwashing. That's what everything is. Look how hard all these fucking loser shills YouTubers, what they do, how they fight one another about this garbage, and they support it completely more than anything else on the planet. It's that they don't even talk about the shit that they like. It's just almost all the poison only. Ahsoka, every fucking second, every minute that's aired, and they break down the way that someone farted or the one how they walked into the room and that could be another character. I mean, get the fuck out of here. But it's because they're trained. They're trained to be like this. And they don't even see it, how fucking retarded they are. Some of them do, and they'll continue to do it because they just want their little super chats. But they're adding to the problem. Said it a million times.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's all they do because they're not looking to solve anything because it's like the old controversy creates cash thing. Mm-hmm. It's much easier. It's much easier to complain about the problem than it is actually rectify the problem.
It's Cypher in the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
You remember, like he wanted to get plugged back in if he could. He knows it's wrong. He knows that he's not eating a steak, but it's comfortable and he can make profit off of it. Mm-hmm. So he's willing to sell out everything else, all the standard morals.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to live in the shithole what the real world is. Yep. So he'd rather live in a fantasy fucking world as long as he's rich.
Yep.
Time Prophet says Stephen King's writing a Fentanyl Floyd novel. It's called Needful Things.
Damn.
There are no black people in Castle Rock.
We ain't landed on Castle Rock. Castle Rock landed on us.
right on their neck.
Oh shit!
Down Castle Rock.
I love it.
Down
Castle Rock. Down Castle Rock. Which one of them is the talking garbage heap?
Oh God.
That'd be Stephen King.
Which one isn't? Right?
That would be Stephen King. That would be Ron Gashman.
I tried to watch that as an adult and I couldn't do it. You must have to be high as an adult to watch that show.
Fraggle Rock?
Yes, because I used to love it as a kid, and I tried to watch it, and I'm like trying to put logic to it, and I'm like, how the fuck is this fucking garbage thing talking. Like, there's no explanation why it talks. It just fucking does. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, dude, there's some valuable lessons in some of those earlier Fraggle Rock shows. Because there was one where, remember that character Red? The little girl with the red pom-pom head or whatever? Mm-hmm. She started inventing new words and terms for things that already exist. And it caused such confusion amongst the people. And eventually, one of the I think it was like the depressed guy with the hat or whatever, or one of them kind of set her straight after that was like the moral of the show was like, you shouldn't be why don't you learn the real words instead of inventing your own language? And I'm like, yeah, I speak jive.
Words like incel.
Yeah, incel, mansplaining. I mean, we redefined words in general. I mean, racism is now redefined. You know, phobia is redefined.
You know,
yeah,
phobia is just used as a weapon now, a verbal weapon.
Yep.
Damn, Fraggle Rock was ahead of its time.
Damn straight.
Well, that's why I hate when every scandal ends with gate, because the presumption there is Watergate is like the biggest scandal in our country and overshadows everything else. But it's like, okay, we've had presidents point missiles at 16-year-old American citizens in countries we're not even at war at. Like, like, is Watergate the worst? Like, really?
Yeah.
It's more propaganda and cult-like behavior.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what it boils down to is, just propaganda.
Yep. Gaslight your fucking folks into doing stupid shit or believing things, and we'll keep putting out more bullshit, and people keep eating it.
Yep.
Why can't we use Ghazi from now on? Comics Ghazi.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god, I love it. Comics Ghazi. And all you hear is Comics Guy here at Comics Ghazi. We're very
we practice what the left preaches.
Well, dude, like they destabilized the entire Middle East by doing that whole Benghazi. I remember when they tried to blame it on a YouTube video.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my god, what was it? What YouTube video was it? God, I remember.
I watched the YouTube video and was like, okay, this is what caused, multiple people to lose their lives and a nation to basically like freaking riot.
Wasn't it like it was like a parody video or something?
Yeah, it was like a really low budget. Like it looked like anything. Like, I mean, obviously it was government created, but we paid for it with our taxpayers' money.
Yep.
But like, it just looked like cable TV access shit. Man, and that was they wagged the dog, and then it was all to get rid of Hillary's rivals, and she did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Is just Hillary's got the stroke. Hillary's got the stroke.
Democracy.
Yeah.
That's a threat to my democracy. That's a threat to my democracy.
Yeah, if this is what democracy is, I don't want to live in democracy.
Frankie knows with the insider information. No. There was a stunning and brave version of Fraggle Rock, a gay version of Fraggle Rock, and they just removed the R from Fraggle.
Yeah. Wait, there was a street version of Fraggle Rock?
Well, they're doing a live action How to Train Your Dragon, and they've already flat out said that they're not. They're going to make it a diverse cast. They don't care.
Yeah, they cast
in Scandinavia.
They cast a black girl as Astrid.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, this is so dumb.
Scotchman, that's like the reaction that an entitled person who never had to get dirt on who never had to go work in the mud, someone who would never have to worry about handling their own lightweight. That's how they would react to someone dying. Like,
well, it's a sociopath.
Someone dying is someone dying. Like, maybe they were a bastard, maybe they deserve to go, but yeah, that's a pretty weird reaction.
Yeah.
Which just, again, like Chris said, a sociopath, just a window into her lack of soul.
Well, she got disbarred from Arkansas because of her lack of morals.
Well, is that a surprise?
Could you imagine being a lawyer and being saying like you're unscrupulous? Like that's already
like the basis. That's a prerequisite for being an attorney.
Yeah, imagine like when your colleagues are like, "Whoa, dude."
She's literally the devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Oh my God. With that being said, guys, it is we've been going for just a shade over 2 hours now, and it's time for some Mario Kart. It's time. I think it's time for Mario Kart. That's
Italian right. Mario.
That's right. Oh, okay. Hang on. Trey's demanding an earbud.
Oh,
just in time.
Oh, wait, no, he's been sitting here pitching a bitch for the last, 15, 20 minutes. That's why I keep muting. Because we're not playing Mario Kart yet. So, what do you want to say, Slapnuts?
If Betty is here, I'm gonna wreck you in Mario Kart.
Oh, Vinny getting called out?
Yep,
what?
Trey's called.
Are you? Oh wait, I got the wrong. I can't. I don't want to talk. Listen, you can't see me, kid.
I've already beat my mom and dad in Yahtzee. I think I can beat you in a video game.
Yeah, but she cart. Enforcer. Metal Mario.
I got my secret snack, pistachios.
The gauntlet has been thrown, brother.
Dude, he's got pistachios? Yeah, that whole road is full of them now.
Listen, I have no affiliation with this kid and the pistachios. I'm just saying.
He's like,
yo,
Trey,
we was pistachios.
Trey, wait, Trey, say we was pistachios.
We was pistachios. You know what I haven't showed Vinny yet? You know what I haven't showed Vinny yet?
What's
that?
Dad, you know what it is.
No, you're not chopping me. I'm trying to... All right, folks, we're going to end right here.
I'm trying to chop my dad.
Thank you. Let me thank you.
Can I play Doomscock's Treasure before we end?
Play it.
Do it. Yeah.
That actually made me laugh.
Thank you, Frankie, Time Prophet, Keely Chow, Scotsman TV. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate it. Tollbat, author Stephen Walton, Papa Cotton, Jew Beaumont, Bad Take Bojan. Let's see who else was here. Zombie Box Reviews. Thank you, Sa Hicks Villain. It's Courtney's Fellowship of Oddballs. Diabetes. Thank Diabetes. This is good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you. Let's see. Good Stuff will now be joining us on Wednesday nights on a more regular basis.
Yep.
Clone Geek was here. Thank you, brother, for being here. Baz, thank you. As always, appreciate y'all. Appreciate you guys being here.
It was great to see Courtney tonight. Yeah. Sorry, dude, I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, it was just a long time no see. It was good to conversate with her.
Mm-hmm. Scotsman, thank you, sir. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. He gets it from his mom, not me. His personality and his attitude he gets from me. The adorableness is all her.
No, it's all you.
Okay, well, thank you.
And my mom. It's the two combined.
One day I'll tell you the story how you came to be, son.
That was the most. I feel like I'm interrupting everyone. I'm sorry, Brutal. Just that was the most important lesson of the night. He gets it from both parents.
Yeah. We are a wholesome family show after all, folks.
Well, hey, I'll see you guys in Mario Kart. All right?
That's gonna be awesome.
That's awesome.
See ya, buddy.
Trey.
All right. So, thank you. Tomorrow we'll be on Vinny's channel tomorrow night. But yeah, we're gonna play some kart now, guys and gals out there. So everybody's links are in the description to the video, as always, ladies and gentlemen. And with that being said, camera to end the stream. I'm Etep from the Place to Be Reviews. We have been here with all of you, so we don't see you. Have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow, and we will catch you on the next one as he's opening up pistachios in the background.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
You might hit a guy.
Then to fade away.
Is that guy on a bicycle?
Maybe.
Go to her plastic studios to make you look like Ferris Bueller, but that's out.
Please, thank you very much.
What's up, bro?
You're pushing your luck, little man.
No tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.